Hello everyone, Matt Nelson, Thursday, September 22nd. So today I wanted to give a brief overview of our upcoming 14-week leadership series on Marine Corps leadership traits. So I wanted to start off with something that's been happening in the news, which was the Wells Fargo Fiasco. 5,300 employees opened up over 2 million false accounts. It's unfortunate, and I think it's important to remember that that's certainly not the only organization that this is happening in. Just last night on the news, we saw the indictment for Starkey Hearing here in the Twin Cities, where many of the leadership people were caught embezzling several $1,000,000. So it's happening, and it's always happened. And I think, the question we need to ask is, what can we learn? What can we take away from this? And I think the first thing is that it's a symptom of a failure to define things. So it's a symptom of that we're not defining what leadership is, and how can it be applicable to each and every one of us, whether you're the CEO of a huge, large organization like Wells Fargo, or you're a consumer level employee that's out in the front lines, serving someone at McDonald's. How can you apply these leadership traits to yourself? Because most of us have a desire to develop these skills, whether we admit it or not. There's 4 areas I believe that most of us want to develop these skills, and there's a reason why. The first one is for ourselves. We want to develop these skills so we can have better relationships with other people. We can live out our potential that has been given to us. The second reason we want to develop these skills is for our family. So we want to be able to communicate well with our parents. We want to be able to communicate well with our children and our spouse. The third area and the reason that we want to develop these skills is for our business. So whether that's dealing with colleagues, dealing with your bosses, dealing with the subordinates, the people that you have under you, and most importantly, dealing with the people that you're serving, so the consumers. The last area that I think we want to be aware of, and the reason we want to develop these skills and have that desire, is for our community. So I grew up here in Hopkins. We're a 3rd-generation family here in Hopkins. I've been around the world, but we came back here, and we want to create a cohesive community where everyone is respected, everyone has dignity, and we want to develop the skills so that we can engage in those conversations with people. So I say all this as a basis to what the upcoming series is about. There's a variety of ways that you can develop these skills, right? You learn them in college, you learn them in your faith organizations, you learn them from reading books, you learn them from possibly having a mentor. A lot of organizations put together these courses where you can attend and learn these skills. The area that I first really became aware of leadership was the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps has been around for a long time, and we're known for developing leaders because it starts the very first day you enter boot camp. So over the next 14 weeks, we're going to be talking about the leadership traits of a Marine. Okay, these are the traits that the Marine Corps thinks that each person in the Marine Corps should have and be absolutely unwavering when making a decision. Okay, so there's 14 traits, and what we're going to do each week is go over one trait. And there's 3 things you're going to get from each of the blog posts each week. The first thing is the definition. So we're going to define what that trait means, because defining things are absolutely crucial to understanding. The second thing we're going to do is talk about the significance of that trait and why it's important. And the third thing that I want to do is to give some real life examples. So how can we apply this to our everyday life? Where do we see these things happening, and how can we make sure that it's happening in our own lives? So I look forward to seeing you guys. Would love for you to follow me on LinkedIn. Certainly like my Facebook page. And then you can go to my website, bettercallmattllc.com. And on one of the pages, there's a spot to put your email, and go ahead and post your email in there, and I'll be shooting out these blog posts on a weekly basis. So look forward to seeing you guys, hearing your feedback, and hope you have a great day. Thanks.